Hi Karen. Now we're going to talk about a topic which is very, very important for any business, which is testimonials. Now, why does a business owner, anyone running the business, need a testimonial? Need testimonials?
Well, if you've ever done any work for a client and the client was happy with your work, then you should be using their testimonials on your website to prove to potential clients that other people like them have used your services and they're not going to be the first ones to do so. But a lot of people worry that if they put testimonials on their website from clients, that people who read the website will think that those are fake.
A bit too good to be true.
Yeah, that's right, because you know, you're making your own website, and of course on LinkedIn, that's the one place where it can't be fake, because it's from someone else's LinkedIn profile. Unless you put a gun to their head, it's not fake. But on your website, yes, it's true, you can fake testimonials, but that's not what I'm telling you to do. What I'm saying is, just go for it. Put those testimonials on your website, and if somebody thinks they're fake, well, you don't want those grumpy, cynical people as clients anyway. You want some nice people.
Well, if it's real, then be proud of it. Actually get it out there and back it up with the next work you do. Yeah. So, okay, here's a question then. People might not always be ready to kind of extract the goods from their customers. So what tips might you have to get these good testimonials from customers? Anything to say or how to coax them into getting them?
Well, what often happens is that you might email a client of yours and say, "I'm so glad you enjoyed the work we did and you had a good result. Would you mind giving us a testimonial?" And then the client's like, "Oh God, I got to write a testimonial and it's difficult and I haven't got time," and they'll put it off even if they want to. So rather than that, I would recommend that you create a little mini questionnaire for them and ask questions like, what was it like before you used us? How do we compare to the people you used before? What surprised you about working with us? So rather than writing it from scratch, they're actually just answering questions, which is so much easier for people.
The questions like, what do you prefer about us and before, is really clever. It gets them to think about it.
And then when you create the testimonial for your website, rather than just doing the Q&A with the questions, reword it into a paragraph that says, "Before I worked with Top Left Design, I had a terrible web designer. They never answered the phone. They never listened to us until I met Top Left Design, and they were much better." And then you're weaving in the values that you bring into the testimonial. And then you check with your client, of course, before you put it on your website. You check with your client that they're happy with the way you created their testimonial out of the answers.
And then it should actually then come across as being more sincere if you're worried about actually.
Yeah, and then you take away the worries of other people. That's right.
Alright, final question on testimonials. I myself am a bit of a stickler for good grammar and spelling. So what if I had a testimonial which was kind of, I was a bit worried about putting it up. Could I change it? Is that ethical?
Well,
what should I do?
I always think that if you have a testimonial on your website that has mistakes, like apostrophes in the wrong place, or spelling mistakes, or grammar errors, then it just interrupts the flow of understanding. So anyone reading it will just be distracted by those mistakes, and you wouldn't want that. And also, if you were to correct those things, what you're doing is you're giving the client or the person who used you, you're doing them a favor by making them not look like they made mistakes, by correcting those mistakes for them. So check with them before, but correct those mistakes, because then you have testimonials that just say what they're meant to say without people.
So correcting the mistakes, not correcting perhaps some of the word and twisting.
You can always check with the client and make sure that they're happy with the changes you've made. But I think people will appreciate it.
Okay. Well, there we have it. Testimonials, why you need them, and actually some really, really useful information on how to extract the best from your customers. Thank you very much.
Thanks.